having pled guilty to all 10 charges in the indictment, Patrick McDowell is hereby adjudicated guilty of the charge in count 1, first-degree premeditated murder for the death of Deputy Joshua Moyers. Adjudicated guilty of the charge in count 2 of injuring a police officer.
Planning to do.
A sobbing and shaking Michael Davis apologized to the...
On September 23, 2021, Deputy Joshua Moyers of Nassau County, Florida, conducted a routine traffic stop, unaware that it would lead to a fatal encounter. The driver, Patrick McDowell, shot Moyers twice, once in the face and once in the back, before fleeing the scene. Moyers succumbed to his injuries 2 days later, sparking an intense manhunt for McDowell. The search for McDowell lasted 5 days, involving a large deployment of law enforcement officers, K-9 units, and helicopters. He was finally captured on September the 28th, 2021, hiding in a bathroom at a sports complex after surviving in the woods. McDowell was injured during his apprehension, but was provided medical attention and taken into custody. McDowell was charged with first-degree murder, among other charges. Throughout the trial, the prosecution portrayed McDowell's actions as premeditated and carried out to avoid arrest.
And adjudicated guilty of the charges in the remaining 8 counts of aggravated assault on a law enforcement officer. Number 2, as to the sentence for count 1, you, Patrick McDowell, shall remain in the custody of Nassau County Sheriff, and by him delivered into the custody of the Florida Department of Corrections.
The jury found McDowell guilty and identified 5 aggravating factors, including the premeditated nature of the crime, leading to the recommendation of the death penalty by an 11-1 vote.
At the Florida State Prison, where you shall be confined on death row until a date certain selected by the governor of the state of Florida, and on that date you shall be executed in a manner provided by Florida law. For count 2, you shall be
During the
sentenced to 15
sentencing
years in
phase,
Florida State
McDowell
Prison.
addressed the court, expressing remorse for his actions and asking the jury to make him pay for what he had done.
You shall be sentenced to 15 years in Florida State Prison. Counts 3 through 10, you shall be sentenced to 15 years in Florida Prison on each count. Counts 2 through 10 shall run consecutive to each other.
Despite his emotional appeal, the jury determined that the severity and circumstances of the crime warranted the death penalty.
But concurrent with the capital sentence imposed by this court in count 1. You are hereby notified that this sentence is subject to automatic review by the Supreme Court of Florida, and notice of appeal must be filed with the clerk of court for Nassau County.
The case had a profound effect on the Nassau County community and law enforcement, particularly those directly involved in the search and rescue efforts. Sheriff Bill Leeper spoke passionately about the emotional toll the crime took on his officers, particularly those who had tried to save Moyers' life.
Section 922, 105 Florida statutes. You have 30 days from the date of the issuance of a mandate pursuant to a decision of the Florida Supreme Court affirming the sentence of death to elect death by electrocution or by other procedures required by law. This sentencing order is being contemporaneously filed with the clerk of the court, and copies will be distributed.
The sentencing of McDowell also reignited debates around the use of the death penalty, particularly in cases involving the murder of police officers. McDowell's sentencing is seen as a significant legal precedent, with many awaiting the final confirmation of the death sentence.